Cancer, hi, how are you? It's Lisa, and I was coming in to do the March reading for 2023, and also because coming around right now, we have like a lot of transits going on, different planets going into different places. The one big one that keeps coming to mind for me is the Pluto going into Aquarius, because it hasn't done that since like 1700 and something. So it's supposed to be like, I mean, there's actually, from what I was hearing, it's a lot of transits, but that one's kind of like predominating most of the, like if you look on YouTube, most of the astrology things are, about that. Only because it's supposed to be like generational, because it's like 20 years, and it's kind of karmic. They kind of consider it like a karmic situation. Like if you had bad stuff going on, you being not a nice person, it would come back to you, as in like you're gonna get your comeuppance, I guess, or just if things were working for you because somebody kind of didn't be nice to you, and so it was in that kind of sense. But oops, basically it's just it's because it's 20 years. I mean, a lot of things are going to happen in 20 years, regardless of whether it was the planets or not. But it's a pretty substantial amount of time. So I wanted to do this reading, and it's mostly in regards to kind of like maybe getting rid of some baggage that you have, maybe clearing your path right now for when the transit happens. I know it's starting in March 20 something, 23rd, I think. And then it's going to go back in Capricorn for a few weeks or so. Then it'll come back in and it'll be permanent for 20 years in Aquarius. But so you're going to like get a little bit of it, and then it'll go away and then come back in. So you get to like feel it a little bit. And depending on where Pluto is in your chart, like I'm Aquarius Sun, and I know they said Aquarius rising, they're going to feel it pretty good. Maybe the moon, and but though I think everybody's going to feel something. At least from what I was gathering, everybody's going to feel something, because it's not just an internal change; it's like external. Things are going to be changing around us, and however you take it is what's going to, however that change happens. It's depending on how you take it. What you can actually do with that energy. So this is a new spread. I don't know if I'm going to do it again. But I figured I'd give it a try to see if you guys can, if you just want to, I don't know, clean up some of that energy just in case you have some things lagging behind and you need to slough it off. But let's see. Okay. All right, we got the Three of Pentacles, the Devil. You see the stuff? Yeah. Ooh, the Tower. The Five of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Oops. The Five of Pentacles. And the Ace of Cups. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. All right. Let's see what these are about and what's trying to tell us. And then I'll clarify with another deck, and we'll pull a energy of the moon card to see, maybe if it gives you some ideas of how to make things work out better. Anyway, all right, well, right now I feel like this Three of Pentacles energy coming from you, I feel like you're kind of feeling very, cooperative. You're coordinating with others. You're trying to get work done. You're trying to figure out, what's the best route to do things or how to handle things. And this could be in your home life. It could be in work. It could be wherever you spend the bulk of your time, and where you need to be like diplomatic and you need to be cooperative. And now the next card we have is, so apparently you have to heal something. It's like, well, what can you do to heal something? Heal yourself. And the Devil energy, the way this feels to me is you need to kind of get rid of that. It's like your shadow. It's the negative parts of you, your bad thoughts, your bad impulses, your things that you're thinking that aren't really true. Could be a whole bunch of false narratives going on in your head, and can be about yourself. And I feel like you need to just kind of shut that down if you can. Don't go fall prey to it. Don't let yourself believe all these horrible things that you're thinking about yourself, because I don't know what your situation was. I don't know what your past was. But it might be a point where you're like saying, well, why? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why couldn't I stop myself from doing that? That's the way this feels. So it's almost like you need to stop and just try to think something good. Try to think something good and positive about yourself. What good things have you done today? What good things are you going to do soon? Like try to change the narrative a little bit, because you don't want to carry all that negative stuff in your head. I mean, we've all done stuff that we wish we didn't do. And, you can't always get away from it. But if you can, this would be a good time to do it, because all those transits, I mean, I feel like there's going to be so much happening that you don't want to be overflowed by those feelings. All right, now this one, there may be something in your life that you are actually totally ignoring. Something that's not going to stand. That's not going to... You might feel it crumbling. You might feel like something's crumbling around you. Something in your mind, something in your life, something in your environment. And you're trying to force it. You're trying to say, okay, no, it's not. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. So you're kind of like ignoring it. And I feels like you aren't going to be able to. So whatever this is, I don't know what it's going to, it's going to be different for everybody, I think. But whatever this is, it's like you're not going to be able to ignore it. So it might be better just to face it head on and see what you can do about it to make it easier to be able to, like, wipe the dust off. Be able to get back on your feet faster, because this is almost like a heads up. So there is going to be something around you that's not going to withstand. Don't know what it is, but if you have a heads up about it, you might be like, okay, well, you know what? You won't be so shocked. Now, I do have this Five of Cups. And it says, what you need to change. And I feel like you may need to change this feeling of sadness, depression, because things haven't lasted. Like, everything is not the same as it used to be. It's not always going to be the same. You're not the same. People in your life aren't the same. Your jobs, your home, things aren't the same. And as we go through things die away. Things fall off. We can't keep everything the same all the time. And I feel like what you need to change is the idea of you can keep it. You can't. You cannot keep things from changing. And actually, with this Pluto energy, it's kind of like, we're not going to be able to stop whatever changes are going to happen. And then that is, again, it's Pluto in Aquarius is very, people. It's very humanitarian. So it's not going to be on a small scale. Like, there could be small scales affecting you, but I think all the changes that may happen, it's going to be like kind of community-wide. So it wouldn't be surprising to me that, Pluto's telling you, you can't not change. You're not going to be able to fight the change. You have to stop worrying about what changed and see what you could actually make work better now. Oh, okay. All right, and then we got the Queen of Cups. This is interesting. It's like, what do you need to step away from? Like, you need to actually distance yourself. Now, this Queen of Cups energy, this could be your energy, actually, which you're not going to step away from yourself. It could possibly be another person, but it might be just the Queen's about this very compassionate, very emotional, stable, very caring, very loving, very, where their heart is always there. They might get hurt easier. So if this is a part of you, where you do get hurt easier because somebody says something, tongue in cheek type of thing, and you might take that as offense. You might be insulted. You might get your feelings hurt because she's, the queen of, she's tough, but she gets her feelings hurt. Like, people tend to get their feelings hurt even if they're not thinking they're going to, but they will. So I'm wondering if you don't need to, like, maybe step away from that kind of attribute. Is that a good word? Like, maybe not be so sensitive, maybe not be so open to accepting everything that's going on. Like, you are allowed to have some grit. You don't have to always say, okay, yeah, it's fine, I'll take care of that, it's all right. Like, I feel like that's where you might need to have, like, kind of muscle past it and not let yourself be so open to being hurt. Not being so open to the pain. Now the Five of Pentacles. Now this is the feeling of, and it's actually an internal feeling. It's almost like this feeling of not being let into something, not being included, not being a part of something. But it could also be a feeling of, things that you've lost and not been able to get back. So I feel like you need to be able to integrate actually almost with the Queen of Cups energy, accept it. These things happen, where you don't feel like you're included, where you don't feel like you're going to be able to rebound, you don't feel like you're going to be able to get back on your feet. Acknowledge that feeling. Don't ignore it. Acknowledge the feeling, but realize that there is a way back. There is a way to feel better about yourself. But that's might be a whole bunch of self-care involved. So where you are not taking, I feel like you're taking a lot on, like almost like head on. Like you might get hurt too easily, and you're missing things that used to be. And this is kind of saying you need to accept the fact that things are going to change, and your feelings are not going to be spared all the time. But there is a way to come back from that. You're not. It's not like a downward spiral forever. Oh, now the Ace of Cups energy. That's telling me that you need to, like I was just saying, okay, you need to be grateful for something. Find something to be grateful for. This could be in your skills, in your character, in the people around you, your family. What can you find that you're grateful for that's not, that you're always going to have? If it's something that's internal, it's in you, you're always going to have that. Whether it's your family, your friends, if they're around and they're still around, appreciate them. Be grateful for them. Let them know that you're grateful for them. And that way open up that way. So maybe you're not going to be hit too hard with the other things that you're feeling right now. Let's see. All right. Oh, you know what? I didn't even tell you. The reason I haven't posted since, if anybody's wondering, I haven't posted since December because I broke my hand, and then I had to have surgery, and now I'm in therapy for it. And if you notice, I'm shuffling weird, but yeah, just to let you know, I felt bad. I was like, well, not bad, but I kind of get so used to like contact, getting in touch with your energies. Just like feeling the collective. It's nice. And then I'm like, I got nothing. But oops. Here we go. All right. This Ace of Pentacles is on the Tower. And this is the Four of Wands. All right. So if this is something that's going to catch you by surprise, and you're not sure exactly where it's coming from, and, and hopefully it'll be an easy, if it's going to fall, hopefully it'll be an easy fall. This might be in your home life. Oh, wait, it's 2 of Wands. It might be in your plans. If you have plans, if you're like thinking about what you're going to do, how you're going to do something, if it's about with work, if it's travel, whatever it is that you're planning on doing, you might not be able to do it right when you were thinking you were going to be doing it, because maybe it's going to be a little bit delayed. And I don't think it's going to be permanent, but it might be something that you aren't going to be able to do what you were planning. And it's weird because at first I thought I saw the Four of Wands, which I always think of as home and stability and all that. But I wonder if there's something where you're going to move home or do something in your house where that's going to fall through, probably only temporarily, but it might just throw you for a loop. What else am I going to clarify? What could we find with the devil? The devil for Cancer. What's the devil here for Cancer? All right, the Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups. I feel like you will be able to shut those voices down. You know, if you got something in your head talking about how you're not doing this right, you didn't do that right. If you were feeling that, you're going to be able to push that past that. I don't know if you're going to be doing something as, you know, as far as distracting yourself. Maybe if you do art, if you like to do something creative, whether it's like singing or dancing or just, I feel like you're going to do something that you're going to feel really, really good about. And it's going to make you not have these negative thoughts, negative feelings about yourself. You know, you're going to kind of put that aside because you're going to put all this other information into your head and not have to worry about what Mr. Devil Guy's telling you. Because it's not true. It's just a matter of we are our own worst critics, always. So what about this Five of Cups? Can you tell me about the Five of Cups? Ooh, the Magician and the High Priestess. Very nice. It looks like you, again with this, like I was thinking about how you're going to think of something to do to take away the devil. You got this Magician, and you have so many chances to do things. And I feel like you're always going to be able to do them, even if it's going to be, you're going to have to like meditate on things. Think about it. Think about it really deep. And say, well, give yourself a chance to make things happen and to fill that void. I really feel like you have a void and you need to fill it. And maybe that's what you're doing with this Six of Wands and this Knight of Cups, this creativity. So maybe you can find something in your creativity and you could do it. And it might be a hidden talent that you didn't even know you have. And you have to look deeper into it and find, you know, what could this possibly be? Let's try one more. Let's try the Five of Pentacles. Can you tell me about the Five of Pentacles? Got the Strength card and the Fool. Well, that to me, Cancer, tells me that's like, all right, you have the capability to ride this out. Whatever these transits are and, you know, whatever this month is. If you're going to be having some disappointments, you're going to be having some maybe shocks, you know, some surprises, you have the energy to ride it out. You have the Fool and your Strength, so you can start a new path. You can find something else for yourself to do, for your mind to work over. And you have the willpower, the strength, and, you know, like the oomph to do it. So I feel like you are really, really going to find something that's going to open you up in, you know, this next, how many ever months that's going to take. And you're going to be able to, you know, feel good about yourself and stop giving yourself any kind of negative talk or feeling bad. Things aren't working the way they used to. Let me see what we find out from the moon. It's the moon card for Cancer. What can you tell me about the moon for Cancer? You're very close to achieving your goal. And the other one is nothing will come of this situation. And actually, I keep getting this one, and I swear I'm shuffling. I want to get another one just in case, because my shuffler's broken. Conclusions are within reach. That's actually better. With this, it's like you are so close to what you need to do to be able to work through this and make things like, you know, just go in a nice transit, just like, you know, just kind of smoothly. So yeah, it's saying your conclusions are there. You could definitely do it, and you just have to be, you know, positive about what you can do and have a lot of what is that called? Feel good about yourself. All right. Okay, Cancer. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And hopefully I'll be seeing you mid-month. If not, definitely by the end of the month, okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye.